paramedics look so badass. If you try and disobey, they have some very, very painful looking metal truncheon extendable sticks at the ready. These things are not sheathed in their clothing. They are holding their weapons out, ready to use.
Follow everybody else for your safety. Yes, we're not saying it for the hell of it. Please keep moving.
For your safety.
Keep moving. There's no need to turn around and keep video. Keep moving. Okay, keep moving.
Charlie and I are having a pretty difficult time of getting anywhere near any kind of front lines. We keep being turned around at every corner. They're constantly sending us back, pushing us back. So we're going to head down south and try to get over across from another route.
Back up, guys! Back up! Back up! Move back! Keep moving, sir. Okay, hold the line. Move back. You've got all the men.
Smashed police windshield. Not sure how that happened. The police have actually started to back up on their perimeter here on Queen Street West. They're actually giving way to the protesters here on the street.
This is just a photo op!
We can do better than this!
It's just a photo op!
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not to our advantage. You don't understand.
Just getting our money.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Have you been demonstrating for the last 10 years? Every time you do something peaceful or artistic, this is what gets documented. Everybody thinks demonstrators are nothing but violent dissenters. Use your rage creatively. Rage cannot be useful if you're just bashing shit. You're doing the same thing as them. Use your rage creatively.
Alright guys, as you can see behind me, there's already been some serious activity, some violence, some people throwing things, breaking things. Obviously this is the kind of stuff that we don't stand for whatsoever. We know that authorities often use agent provocateurs who will provoke and do things like this in order to get the crowd to join in on the action and get all caught up in the hype. So this is the kind of thing that we're extremely against. This does not help our cause. This does not help the situation. It provides an excuse for the authorities to clamp down even harder on our rights. So this is something we have to be vigilant of. If we see more of this, we will try to get it on camera, because the majority of the people here are peaceful and want nothing to do with this kind of destructive behavior.
Welcome to the New World Order. You will do as you are told. Do not rock the boat. Do not question authority. Remember, Toronto Police, you are as much victims of this global empire as we are. Quit your jobs and join the people. You are making a terrible mistake. The true criminals you want to arrest are within the Summit exclusion zone. behaving like one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Love Police. We are the true authority here. We ask the Toronto Police to hand over your truncheons and your tear gas guns. You are making a terrible mistake. You have been misguided by the global elites. You think we are your enemy. Your enemy are your puppet masters at the top of your hierarchy of control. Welcome to the surveillance state. Welcome to the destruction of civil liberties for the pursuit of profit. You are all potential terrorists in the face of the New World Order. You can quit your jobs right now. You can tear those uniforms off, throw down your weapons, your big wooden sticks, and join us. And this is a special message to the guy just there in the black paramilitary uniform holding a MP5 submachine gun. Sir, why have you brought a live firing weapon to a peaceful protest? Why is the government trying to antagonize peaceful people by bringing live weapons to a protest?
Back it up, please. Back it up. Back it up, guys. Back it up, fire department. Back up, my man. Please, back up. If you don't back up, my man, somebody will arrest you.
As you're seeing behind me, the black spots on the pavement from where the police cars were burned yesterday by alleged anarchist groups down here on Queen Street West in Spadina. Now, I was here filming the event as it took place when those police cars got left. I think an important note to make is that the police cars were driven in by police, which then they got out of the police cars, surrounded them in a C formation with a number of riot cops, and then the riot cops backed off and left the police cars there. And I filmed it after the police cars were left. There was one on either side of the street. Both of the police cars were being destroyed incrementally by various protest groups, but they weren't lit on fire for about 6 or 7 hours. These cars were left here for 6 or 7 hours on this street. Now, the police have tow trucks. They have tow trucks that are paid for by our tax money with the $1 billion that they've been spending for security. 6 or 7 hours they were left here on the street, and then about 6 p.m. the cars were allegedly lit on fire by anarchist groups. They were also left to burn. After they were lit on fire, they were left to burn for nearly an hour until the cars were nearly molten metal on the street. Now, the police had every opportunity to call a fire engine down, to put these fires out, to cordon off the area, to get these vehicles out of here, but they needed some sort of a reason to crack down on people all over the city. Now we're seeing arrests all over the city. We're seeing detainments. We're seeing people going into people's houses. And this is all caused by these alleged groups that lit a few police cars on fire. They wanted to leave this happening as a photo opportunity to discredit legitimate protesters that were protesting the G20. There's over 500 people now in the film studios down there that are being detained unlawfully against our Constitution, against our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and against the right to free speech and the freedom to stand up for what you believe in this country. This is in our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. They are completely ignoring it. Their alleged 5-meter rule from the fence does not apply. They will approach you anywhere in this city and ask for identification and demand it. There's reporters that have been scooped up and placed in what's being known as Torontonomo Bay at this point. This was set up, and as we all know in the past, police have been caught deliberately putting people in the crowd as Asian provocateurs to cause chaos and to create a situation where they can crack down on rights.
Where were you yesterday when they were burning the police cars? Did you film that?
No. Well, one of our guys got down to film that. Don't you think it's interesting that the car was allowed to stay on fire for a long time? The metal was practically melted. There was no police around.
Okay.
It was a photo op for the media so that they can... I'm telling you, the car was on fire for a long time. No cops around, no fire trucks. It was allowed to burn.
I'm going to tell you why no cops around, because they were running the other way. Because
why
I'm
wasn't
telling
it-
you,
why
I'm going to
wasn't
tell
it
you
fired?
why.
Why wasn't
Because I was running towards those officers to try to get him out of there.
Okay.
I was running.
Yeah.
There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
And when I turned south on Young Street,
Yeah.
there was like thousands of protesters. And when we're driving down, they're throwing shit at us. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah,
you,
yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.